What's up guys, it's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and it is Friday, so of course we are jumping into some free-to-play Friday. We're going to get a nice 300 energy for our login today. So let's jump into the account and see what's going on. I'm sure we're going to have a bunch of pop-ups here since it is this crazy sacred thing they're doing this week with the 10x. And the guaranteed champion event, which we're not interested about on our free-to-play because obviously we do not have 15 sacred shards to be able to take part in such an event. So let's see what we got going on here today. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this shield guard since wait, where did he go? Button disappeared for a minute there. We actually are building a shield guard to use on our account, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick him up. That is basically a free book there. Let's see, we can go to the shop and we can get a couple of packs here. Looks like we're going to get a couple shards, and we got some more energy. So we're going to have a lot of energy to play with tonight and over the weekend, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and claim this since we're already over the capacity there for our energy. We have 560. We'll be getting another refill later, and also for doing our arena quest today. Go ahead and level up our satyr here in the sparring pit. Alright, see what we got. We actually do have a couple shards to yank tonight, which is kind of fun. I think we're going to pull basically everything here. We did get a void from Nightmare Clan Boss, which is pretty cool. We finally are starting to get some decent stuff from Nightmare. I'll actually talk about Clan Boss here in a little bit, since last week we did pull a bunch of really good Clan Boss champions. Haven't quite gotten around to bringing any of them into the lineup yet, but we have been working on a couple of them. But I've been bringing Grush into my lineup more often just to try him out with the leech ability, and I've got some mixed results so far, but it's been pretty enjoyable. You know, let's just go ahead and we'll get this out of the way to get the daily quest done. Just pull all our mystery shards because we are trying to get that Wanderer to finish out the Rosin Scarhide fusion, and we just, for whatever reason, cannot get him to drop. It's been like 4 months now that we need that last epic for Rosin. Let's go ahead and pull this Ancient. Be nice if it gave me Wanderer. That'd be really cool, but we got a duplicate Banshee. Not a bad champion, but nothing we need right now. And can I just please have a cold heart? Just for once, please let me have a cold heart. If you give me a dwarf, oh my god, that's even worse. Oh god. This is basically every void shard on my free-to-play account. Winds up being some just absolute trash rare. I still have yet to pull a void legendary on this account, and we're over 9 months on this account. I haven't pulled a cold heart. I have not pulled a legendary void, so that's it's unfortunate that we got Harrier. Very unfortunate, but hopefully we got a little bit in the summon rush to make up for it at least. Hopefully we got, okay, we got some gems. That's cool. We can actually at least use that to refresh Arena a little bit. So let's go in and see what Arena looks like. Now we are still in Gold 4. And this is kind of proving to be a bit of a double-edged sword. As you guys all know, they have these new player segments that have all made it into the game. So, unfortunately, we're at a point now in Gold 4 where a lot of the teams we're fighting we're just not able to compete with. Now, we have no business being this high up, but you look at our battle log, like, we're hardly getting attacked. It's like every couple hours we're getting attacked. We're actually getting some victories against some of these teams, which is pretty hilarious because my defense team is basically my attack team right now. Now that you have the AI, you can program in. So we've got Kymar, Gorgrab, War Maiden, and then Kale. And that's kind of been the thing we've been able to do now with the defense, is when you actually go in, you're able to set that preset. So we actually have it so, or maybe we don't. Yeah, we need to change this. So we want Kymar using that all the time. We want to make sure he's not, because usually Kymar will use his A3 first, so you don't want him using that first, especially. I have my offense team set up for auto, that's what it is. I had forgotten to come in here and do this, but now that you can actually do that preset, it comes in handy. Get your champion AI, works there a little bit better, so that's kind of cool. Glad we actually caught that. So I don't know if we can fight. Let's try. This Valkyrie here is tough, but you know what? We'll just get the 5 matches done here, and we'll see what happens. I'm so low on gems from where I farmed the new player segments coming up that I just really don't have many left. I got to stop spending them. We managed to kill everybody here. See if we can get this Valkyrie down. She's going to have that really annoying counterattack. but I think we can actually do this. She's going to counterattack up every single time. Alright, nice. There we go. And my arena team's built fairly well. It's just, it depends on what the other team looks like. It looks like we got an advanced quest for that too. I don't know if we can beat this Kymar. We're about the same team power, but we'll see who gets off first, see who's faster here. Looks like they are. Okay, so that's not good. So yeah, they're going to wipe us here. That's fine. I mean, like I said, we really don't have any business being up this high in the arena. This is a really interesting team here. Let's see if we can fight this team. So we should be able to go first here. They don't have speed. And if Kale just needs to hit, okay, good. So hopefully Abest doesn't wipe us. Oh, okay, good revive. Let's see if we can take her out before. All right, cool. Picking up some victories. Get some gold medals. We're trying to build up that Great Hall while we can, while we take advantage of this current situation in the arena. Lysandra, I don't want any part of. There's Krisk too, with Madam and Canderfon. Deacon, that's it. Good job, Maneater. I think I fought this team earlier, and there was this is a really interesting team because the Maneater basically puts up unkillable on everybody, and then the fully kills your team off. Brogni, the High Katoon. I wonder if we can outrun this team. We might be able to here. Kymar's got that really good arena lead. Aura, nope, their High Katoon's too fast. That's crazy. I think our Kymar's like 240. Again, stats-wise, we have no business being this high. Okay, there we go. We got a bot. Oh, I'm sorry, not bot. New player segment page here with these 50,000 power teams in Gold 4. These are just funny. These are brand new players. I mean, level 45, player power 227, and somehow they're in gold. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know how that works. But we've been told time and time again that they are definitely not. They're not bot teams. I've seen all kinds of theories on it. It's like some people say it's matchmaking. They're just throwing these weak teams up against you, you know, that are just being pulled out of like gold 1 or even in silver, and they're being put up in gold 4 just for the matchmaking algorithm. But I'm not sure if that's really accurate or not. Let's just take advantage of these teams while we can. But like I said, you know, I don't like the fact these teams are in gold 4. The last 2 resets on my main account, which I do, you know, I'm almost to the point where I can push into plat at the end of the week. It's like basically I get on Monday morning and I can just farm my way into platinum within like 10 minutes, just farming the pages of level 40 rare champion teams that are in gold 4. I don't think that's good for arena personally, because I think when you get to some level, you know, you need to have a little bit of knowledge in a decently built team to be able to climb. But at the same time, given how they've done arena here in this game, I don't blame anybody that's going to take advantage of it. And you can see here we've been able to get 2 Great Hall bonuses up to level 6. So we are taking advantage of it. That is for sure. We're going to keep on. You can see here we got 83% win rate. We've basically been farming using our gems to refresh as much as we can. There's also an arena tournament going on right now, so looks like we'll get, man, we're gonna have a ton of energy. We're going after the fusion rares too, so you know, it's been nice being able to get those medals is pretty cool. And like I said, take advantage of it while you can, because I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm sure enough of the people higher up will start complaining about it, so that's usually never good for it sticking around. Okay, so let's talk about fusion. We mentioned this a little bit last week. I may actually fuse somebody tonight. I'm trying to see. So we actually did pick up a 3rd Michaelis, which is cool. So I'm actually going to be able to fuse 2 epics instead of just 1, because I wanted to make sure I got an extra copy of him, because he's the one guy I really wanted here out of these rare champions. We do have... Okay, I need to level up my assassin. And we got 2 of everybody else. So we're going to be able to fuse 2 epics. Now I have to decide who it's going to be. Part of me wants to get the Hippo, but I don't really have a good Skinwalker faction on this account anyways, and I've already got plenty of champions that revive. I've got Gorgorab, I've got Reliquary Tender, I've got still the Drakes, so he's not going to really be a huge improvement for my account. And when you're on a free-to-play account, you have to kind of take into account what a champion is going to do for you. So this guy is really kind of neat, and he's great for Skinwalkers, he's great for faction wars, He's got a stun on the A1, nothing special. He's got an increased attack, increased crit rate on all allies. We've got plenty of people that do that. Then he's got revives 2 random allies with 50% HP and fills our turn meter. After revival, puts a 25% strength buff. Really good revive, but it's on a 7-turn cooldown. We're not going to have books to invest in him, obviously, because we're on the free-to-play. He's got a good resist aura. But what does he actually do for our... is he going to do for our account? That's kind of what you have to ask. There's really not much we can do there. Now, I'm probably going to go ahead and do this dude because he has Void, and Void champions, especially the epics, usually a little bit harder to come by, especially with how diluted the Void pool is going to be. This guy's got a ally resist aura as well, so he's got a decreased speed on the A1, which is not bad. He's got an attack all on the A2, chance to steal a random buff. You know, I'm not sure what the multipliers are on that, but that could be decent on a 3-turn cooldown. Again, we're not going to really have books to put into him. He does have remove all debuffs from allies and put up a block debuffs and a shield, which is a really solid ability. And the passive with the block damage whenever his HP goes below 30 is pretty good. So, unfortunately, that's on a 6-turn cooldown as a passive, though. But given that he's a Void champion, he's probably going to be worth going for. I really like this guy, just because I think he looks cool. I think he's got a really unique kit with the freeze mechanics. So there's some interesting things you could do with him with some of the frost sets in the game. 3 times at random. Ignores the increased defense and shield, which is pretty good for arena. And, you know, if this guy hits hard, he could be pretty solid. And again, I just like the way he looks. So if we're going to go for the 2 epics, it's probably going to be these 2 in the middle. I'm not real sure what I would do with Siege Hulk. He's an attack champion. Got some really cool animations. He does decrease turn meter if they're under these debuffs. He does have increased attack on him for 2 turns and attacks all enemies with 60% decreased debuff for 2 turns. And I think that's a 100% chance to place that. So it's kind of like a War Maiden ability there, but he does increase attack first. So that actually could be really, really strong for arena for us. So we're going to have to take Siege Hulk into consideration here. 30% increased crit rate buff and increased crit damage on him for 2 turns that attacks 1 enemy. 75% chance of placing decreased speed. And then crit rate and Doom Towers, really, who cares? Yeah, this guy, I have to consider this guy because he actually looks like he could do some pretty good work, both in dungeon content and also in arena with this A2 with that increased attack first. And so you could actually put him in place of War Maiden. So you have your, well, you know what, with Gorgorab, it's kind of redundant. We don't need the increased attack with Gorgorab. I don't know. That bears some thought. So it's going to be between one of these 3 guys. So we got to put our 1 assassin up to 40, and then we'll think about it. We got 4 days left to kind of decide who we're going to do there. So just thought I'd give some commentary kind of on my thought process when I'm looking at these fusions. Since I don't go for the fusion normally, I try to pick up the epics that are going to be most helpful for our account. All right, so we got campaign boss, artifacts, champion level, and use 50 energy. So let's go in here and see what we can do. Now we're able to bring up a lot of artifacts because of artifact enhancement. I blew through about 6 million silver on this account this week, so we were able to get some stuff done here. I've been working on Jareg. We're going to be bringing him into clan boss once we get him to level 60 and get his masteries done. We actually have put him in a toxic set for now that has a pretty good amount of speed and accuracy on it, so even without a banner, I've got him at 192 already, and then we've got his speed up here at about 204, so I think it's going to be pretty good when we first bring him in. We've got to bring all his other stats up, obviously, but that'll come once we get him leveled up to 60. So we were working on him. I don't think I've really done much with anybody else. I'm working on Battle Sage, but I haven't quite finished her up yet. Let's go ahead and bring up her speed boots here. We'll go ahead and upgrade those for our quest today. But yeah, we had some really good pulls, and I think we had Anax was another one. You know, so we got a lot of champions to work on that we still want to bring up to use in Clan Boss. Clan Boss has just been a really mixed bag lately. If I can hit it when it's void, I can do 12 to 13 million. I can 4-key Nightmare. If it stays void all day, I can 4-key it. That's the problem though, is I'll usually hit it twice in the morning when I get up. I'll use my 2 keys, but then usually by lunchtime, we've already put it into, you know, whatever different affinity it's under. So it's kind of tough to consistently, you know, hit it for any good amount of damage. It's really good and kind of difficult. We had Chancellor Yasmin, that's the other pull we got there. So lots of decent champions, but we haven't had a lot of time to work on too many. There's our wonderful new Void champion that we just pulled. So let's see, let's go ahead and upgrade, get some levels here, just so that we can get this daily quest finished. Okay. Why that red dot keeps popping up there, let's see here. Alright, now we gotta beat a campaign boss 3 times. Just run in here, and I guess we'll just work on... I guess we'll just do Palace of Arabia. Jump in here, we gotta work on getting that guy leveled up. Let's put some food in here. And we'll just do our 3 battles here really quickly. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys are chasing this fusion, if you're going after him. I actually decided on my main account not to do it. I actually do have all the epics finished, but he just isn't going to do anything for my account. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier, is on my main account, I'm pretty much at the point where the only thing I have left to do in the game is to finish Faction Wars. I'm 39 stars away from getting Lydia. Trying to get it done before Shadowkin comes out. With the way they did the Shadowkin event with the spider this week, I'm kind of worried they're going to bring out Shadowkin Faction Wars pretty soon. So I don't know, I'm hoping they don't, but I want to try to get it done before then. I'm basically on stage 21 of all the ones I haven't finished. I was trying to do Skinwalkers yesterday, and it was just super frustrating. I can get to the boss with my whole team alive, but I can't win the damage race before he does the health swap with everybody, so it's just frustrating, and it's hard. You know, the problem with Faction Wars is once you get to that point, you've got these champions you spent so much time building, and then they just don't work, and you're like, oh man, now I got to go back and build another champion. I've got to build another 50 or another 60, and I've got to put gear on them, so it's just very time consuming. It takes a while to get that finished, so it's very frustrating. I'm going to try, I think, to finish Orcs tonight on there. And then my other couple that I'm struggling with, Undead Hordes, and I think Sacred Order are my other 2 ones that I haven't finished yet. But I've finished most of them now. You know, not too bad. So we're going to try to get that done before they bring in Shadowkin Faction. But, you know, so the Dwarf, he doesn't... I'm actually on Dwarf 21, and I was actually able to 1-star it. I was able to finish it using, I think it was a Runekeeper, Dazzlerk is the champion. And I've got Molly, I've got Mountain King, I got some good dwarf champions. It's just they're not really worked on. They don't have gear, they don't have mastery, so I think I can 3-star that without, you know, with the current team that I have there. So that's kind of what I was going for. So there's really no need for me to fuse him, and I like the epics, you know, a lot more. I mean, I know he's got a good kit, he's a decent dwarf, but I just don't need him. And the other thing too is with legendary books, yeah, you're going to get this legendary champion, but like, what are you going to do with him? You know, where are you going to use them at? Let me go ahead and force this perception piece here. Let's see if we can get a 6-star piece. Nope, 6-star attack. Ah, yuck. Get rid of them. Sucks having to sell a 6-star piece, but man, bad roll. But yeah, so it's kind of the thing is, like, you have to look at it in that perspective. And my thing is, on my main account, like, there are so many other legendary champions I have, like Draco, Duchess. I could go on and on about, you know, who would be a priority for a legendary book over the new Dwarf Fusion. So that's kind of what the way I was looking at it was, there's really no point in me getting him on my main just because of that. Okay, so he's actually Spirit right now. That might actually be good for us when we get our next key, 1 hour. Okay, so we'll be able to get 4 keys in today. We're at 22.4. So this morning, I think I did 1 key. It was like 9, and then 1 for like 13. But you see here, we're starting to use Grush a little bit. I'm trying to work out that leech mechanic with him. We'll go ahead and leave him in for Spirit since he's the same affinity. We've got our 2 magic damage dealers. Force is going to be weak here. That's kind of the struggle. So with Leech, though, see, the cool thing with Leech is you can kind of bring in people that don't have the lifesteal. So I think I'm going to actually... I might keep Skullcrusher in just for the counterattack. I want to take Mountain King out, though. So eventually we're going to replace Mountain King. I was hoping with Aox, because he's going to bring in that extra poison. But let's go ahead and put Kale in here just for right now. I'm going to put Frozen Banshee up in the lead so she's got the accuracy to make sure Grush is hitting that leech. And we want to keep, I guess we'll just keep Skullcrusher. His defense is usually high enough where it's not too bad. Eventually we're going to have Jareg in here. We've got Annex as well to build. So, I mean, that's part of the problem too, is we have to figure out what we really want to focus on with this clan boss, because on a free-to-play account, again, it's all about focus, and it's like we don't want to go off in 8 different directions trying to build all these different clan boss champions, and just then we'll wind up getting nowhere. So Dreg is definitely a focus because I can bring him in for the ally protection, and then basically we'll have, I think, Frozen Banshee, Skull Crusher, probably Dreg, Grush, and then I want to keep Aina because she does a pretty good amount of damage, does the decreased defense in the weekend. And with her, I got to switch her into a Relentless set now that we're not going to need Lifesteal anymore with Grush being in there. The plan is to put Aina into a Relentless set, try to get some more damage out of her. But we'll see how it goes. This is not bad so far. Force is absolutely killer to me on this account. Anytime it goes Force, I'm pretty much screwed. I had a key yesterday on Nightmare. I only did like 3 million damage on Force. It was so bad. Because my 2 primary damage dealers are Frozen Banshee and Aina. So if it goes Force, that basically means they're completely useless. They can't do anything. And I do have some Spirit Champs that are built. Like I have Tomb Lord and I have Stagnite, but their masteries aren't done. So without that War Master coming in, it's really tough to do damage. Like they can put the attack down out and they can keep the clan boss. Like they can survive for 23, 24 turns, but they can't do any damage. So it's really, it's kind of tough when it goes Force. But we're looking okay here so far, only 7 turns in. But I'm just nervous about taking people out of Lifesteal and just going full on with the Leech from Grush, because it seems like when he doesn't have it up, it's like we just take so much damage, we can't last as long. There he goes, he puts it up there. So we've got all 3 of our damage dealers here have War Master on them, so maybe we can do... Oh, Kale may not. Kale may be, he may have Helm Smasher. I don't remember. It's been a long time since we had Kale in this clan boss team, but if they can survive, this looks like it may be about a 10 million key. So if we can get a good key out of this, we get another key tonight. That would probably be the first time I could 4-key Nightmare clan boss on this account, which would be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't want to get ahead of myself and jinx it, but they're doing pretty well here. Frozen Banshee's actually keeping the poisons going. Kale's getting some extra poison there as well. But clan boss is going to start hitting pretty hard here in about 3 turns, so we're going to need Grush to get that Leech up there and get that attack down out. And I noticed something too. Let me know in the comments if you guys have noticed this. It seems like the clan boss lately has gotten some kind of boost to his resistance, because I noticed he's resisting a lot more, it seems, than he usually does, even when you have pretty high accuracy. So here's the problem. We already lost Kale. 16 and 17 he's going to hit pretty hard, so yeah, see, there goes Grush. Yeah, this probably just fell apart. Now there's a chance with the magic we can tank some of this, but Skull Crusher gets the unkillable there, which is good. He should be able to fill back up. See, now this is the problem without Grush. We don't have the Leech, so thankfully these champions are still in lifesteal. So they can heal themselves back up, and that's kind of why I said I'm a little bit worried right now about taking everybody out of lifesteal with that Leech, because I know everybody tells me it'll work. They're like, oh, he'll just, you know, it'll keep everybody healed, but we're taking so much damage here. It's like, I don't know. You know, if we didn't have the lifesteal on these champions, we would not have survived to turn 20. Alright, so 8.8. Kale actually coming in with a nice little 2.5 there, which is pretty good. But yeah, Grush, you can see, he just can't do much yet. You know, we have to finish his masteries. They're not close to being done yet. So I just been kind of working him into the lineup, trying to see how that Leech works. And, you know, it's been doing okay so far. So I think that brought us up to 31.2 there. What do we have to get for? We need 39. So 8 million, if we do another key like that later tonight, we'll get our first 4-key Nightmare, even with an affinity swap. So that'll actually make me pretty happy. So let's see if that can happen later. Obviously, that's going to be too late for me to be on the video here, but we'll update that next week. And, you know, we're actually a nice little time here, about 25 minutes, under 30 minutes. So we got pretty much everything done we wanted to get done tonight. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. Okay, we got our 5 silver keys there. We can work on our other quests we've got, but pretty good episode tonight. You know, we got a lot accomplished. We've got 788 energy. We're going to get more here later on, so we're going to be able to farm quite a bit with the double XP boost. Work on getting some of our new champions that we got last weekend and this week leveled up there. And then we'll have to figure out again who we are going to fuse with this Henig fusion. So lots of cool stuff going on. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave it down below in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you some answers on those questions as quickly as I can. As always, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.